Hey guys, Wages World coming at you. I just want to give you a little update here of what's been going on. I got about 5 or 6 days of SOHO imagery here. The sun has been more active than it has been in years. These past few days, we went from no activity to a bunch. And as you can see, you can kind of see a small halo there. We were impacted a couple times. We've had G2 level storms. We've had some pretty cool aurora. But I want you guys to look at these. I mean, these things are not babies. If these things were fired directly at us, we would be having a totally different conversation. Not because of the individual impacts of, just the CME itself, but the fact that there's multiple ones, one after the other after the other. And there's what I call the bird halo. You can kind of see it there. Kind of makes the sun look like it's winged and everything. Pretty cool looking stuff, but that's what's going on with that. Now I'm going to be doing a live stream later on today to give you guys an update on everything in more depth, but I'll move on here to the next image here, and we will discuss that a little bit further. I'm going to go over here to I think I'm going to go to NOAA next, and just take you to the space weather dashboard and let you guys see what's going on. Guys, I do have you guys over here at Space Weather Prediction Center. And as you can see, a G2 storm hit about a day and a half ago. Yeah, this was a glancing blow, guys. This was not the main event. They were predicted in some more G1. We actually were in storm level during the storm, kind of like 13 hours. It did produce some pretty decent aurora. And again, I'm going to go over more detail here. But they were forecasting some more G1 storms. The latest update that I just looked at, I didn't include it in this video, but they weren't really showing anything, any more magnetic storms. I'm not so sure that I'm going to agree with that. I'm not going to say it's wrong yet because I simply don't know. But as you can see, the flaring really ain't what's going on. It's more of just CME action. Filaments busting off, and you can see there on the KP that I just showed you right there, when it got to 6, a KP of 6 is actually a G2 storm, which can produce significant stuff. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. Yeah, so whether these forecasts hold true, don't know. We're just kind of put these things together. I will say the past couple of days on the sun has calmed down just a bit. But I'll go into that in just a second. So let me take you over to the forecast models, and we'll take a look at that. Joe here at SDO. This is the colorized magnetogram. Notice in the north, you get red, blue, positive, negative. In the south, blue, red, negative, positive, that kind of thing. This is the sun cycle part of it. They will start migrating equatorial. They already are. When we start seeing that, that means that the termination event itself, the pole flip, is actually getting ready to happen on the sun. And that points to the peak of solar maximum. They're saying it's going to come in 24 now. They were saying 25, but they've upped it a year based on data and what's been going on. Some of these are holding enough energy to blast X-flare, and they're facing right at us. So we have to pay attention to these things. I just showed you a bunch of eruptions. If all those were coming right at us, yeah, we'd be having a different conversation, guys. It's just a fact of the matter. So this is SDO, let's go ahead and this is how it orbits. See that figure 8 pattern? It stays over that same part of our planet all the time and rotates around Earth's axis with us. So it never moves from that. But you can see right here, they're showing how it always keeps its eye on the sun. See how it's rotating? So sometimes the Earth gets between this and the sun. And that's when we see what appears to be an eclipse, and it is. It's an eclipse for the satellite. So they did a really good job on all this. You can go over and check this out yourself on SDO. NASA did a good job on it. I'll definitely go leave a link to this so you guys can see. This is called geosynchronistic orbit, when it stays over the same part of our planet. So please go check that out. Hopefully it gives you a better understanding on what's going on with SDO. I got you over here at the prediction models. This is NASA's, and that's the top-down version. You can see, the sun's the big ball in the middle, and that's the Earth right there. Now this is the side version, and it does show us getting hit in both. Glancing blow, not direct, but here's the orbital line stretched out in a straight line. So we're looking at 3 different axes, and that allows us to get a really good idea of the direction of this thing. NASA thinks it's going to hit. This is what this model is showing, and it's already passed, so we did get hit with it. They were correct on this. NOAA was agreeing all at the same time. They use the same data, but they take in consideration data points weigh more heavy in certain areas than others between the models. That's why they're not 100% exact. So when they agree with each other, it's pretty much guaranteed we're going to catch something from it. Okay, so as you can see here, guys, it definitely, NOAA's the same, showing the same thing. There on the left, you can see it sailing the same direction off, and then it's actually sailing a little to the south there too. So yeah, they agree with one another, and we did get hit with this. We got a G2 storm out of it. The magnetosphere movies, it's the tool that we use. I show you guys this all the time. Sun's off to the left. It's sending solar wind, CMEs and all that our way. You're looking at velocity right there. It's moving at kilometers per second, which is very fast. As you can see, you got waves of it coming in here. And yeah, this is the velocity part of it. It's just showing you speed only. As you can tell there in the density, it doesn't look like we have a bow shock, does it? Well, we do, okay? And watch what happens here in just a second. You're going to see it appear just out of nowhere. The reason why is because the density is the same on the front and behind it at this second. Now, when we get hit again and the density lowers, lowers in front of it here, you're going to see, most likely, I haven't seen the end of this tool yet, but most likely you're going to see it appear. And again, we'll check it out here as it goes. Well, it doesn't look like the density dropped far enough on that one, but you can definitely see it's still there on the pressure one and on the velocity one I showed you guys. This is magnetic pressure. That's a lot. Okay, this is during the magnetic storms. So this is what we would expect to see. We were in a negative BZ position, which is what I talk about all the time. I'm not really going to show you that right now because, really don't need to with this. But as you can tell, guys, lots of magnetic pressure. So that's what's going on with that. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and move on to spaceweather.com. Tony Phillips, Dr. Tony Phillips website. Please go over and give him some love. His channel is in my description every video. I just think he does. I don't know him. I just think he does a really good job over here. Look at all those sunspots right there. A bunch of them. They're not particularly like huge in size, but they are grouping together and they're holding enough energy, some of them are, to produce X-flare. And they're facing right at Earth right now. So we have to pay attention to this, right? Now, as you can see, he's talking about the calm before the storm I already spoke about. But let's see here. Grame Whips actually took these Aurora photographs. Sorry. He's a Aurora photographer, I'm assuming. That looks like it's partly in the daytime. Unless they're in they're not in the 24-hour daylight right now in the Arctic Circle. So it would actually be the opposite of that because it's winter or moving towards it. But as you can see here, guys, it produced these Aurora. Beautiful stuff. So please go give Dr. Tony Phillips over here some love. And, we're expecting more, and so is he. So, a lot of us have been talking about this. We could see some decent stuff, guys. So we're going to pay attention. Just to give you a little bit of a recap. I'm going to be doing a live stream later on today. Not sure exactly what time, but we do need to go over all this in a little bit more detail. But I wanted to pop out here and give you guys this. Hope everybody had a great holiday and all the above. But yeah, so we need to pay attention. We're on the lookout for X-flares. More geomagnetic storms already headed this way. The sun was very active for a few days. Most active I've seen it in frankly, years. A bunch of CMEs popped off. We're just lucky they weren't like right in front facing us, but now they are. So we're going to have to really pay attention. So again, I'll see you guys at my live stream. Please share this out, guys, and come back for the live stream later on. Yeah, I may even have some guests with me. I'm looking at doing a call-in show too. Let me know in the comment section if you guys would like to see a call-in show. Maybe not with just me. Maybe I can bring some guests on and things like that. So anyway, guys, God bless. Yahusha saves. And as always, you can drink this Kool-Aid.